impersonalist, and that one could not know how his mind could be turned by eating with such a, and that one could not know how his mind could be turned by eating with such an impersonalist. The sentence has to be fixed. Anyway, the conversation of these two Prabhus, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, carried a deep meaning that only an intelligent man can understand. After all the Vaishnavas finished their luncheon, Swarup Damodar and others took their prasadam within the room. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took great pleasure when he saw the Jagannath deity after the period of the deity's retirement. At that time, Lord Chaitanya was accompanied by all the devotees, and all of them were very pleased. Okay, so let's find the cleansing of the Gundicha temple after the son of the king is delivered. The king received the old cloth. Maharaj Pratapa Rudra, in great anxiety, could not endure not seeing the Lord. The king certainly possessed all good qualities, but simply by taking up the name king, he has infected everything. Mahaprabhu is heavy. Okay. Okay. So text 69. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acted in the society of his pure devotees, performing his pastimes and spreading the Sankirtan movement. In the society of, that means in the area of their presence, in the association of them. Some of the prominent devotees, like Advaita Acharya, used to invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take his meals at their homes. The Lord accepted such invitations accompanied by his devotees. In this way, the Lord passed some days in great jubilation. Thus the festival of Lord Jagannath approached. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first of all called Kashi Mishra, then for the superintendent of the temple, then for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When these three people came before the Lord, he begged them for permission to wash the temple known as Gundicha. Gundicha temple situated 2 miles northeast of the Jagannath temple. At the time of Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath goes to the Gundicha temple from his original temple and stays there for 1 week. After 1 week, he returns to the original temple. It is understood by hearsay that the wife of Indradumna, the king who established the Jagannath temple, was known as Gundicha. There's also mention of the name Gundicha temple in authoritative scriptures. Okay, so Gundicha temple, Mahaprabhu wants to wash. Upon hearing the Lord's request for permission to wash the Gundicha temple, the Pardacha, the superintendent of the temple, said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform." The king gave a special order for me to do without delay whatever your lordship orders. My dear Lord, washing the temple is not service befitting you. Nonetheless, if you wish to do so, it is accepted as one of your pastimes. To wash the temple, you need many water pots and brooms. Therefore, order me. I can immediately bring all these things to you. As soon as the superintendent understood the desire of the Lord, he immediately delivered 100 new water pots and 100 brooms for sweeping the temple. So there's a picture of Gundicha Marjana. Yes. Amid ecstatic chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu led his devotees in cleansing the Gundicha temple. It's amazing how, Srila Prabhupada had the vision to have the devotees paint. I remember living in Los Angeles. There was a whole section, like maybe 3 apartments, that were dedicated to the crew painting. And there was probably 6 or 8 devotees, who painted every day. It was amazing. And they really were meditative on it, and Prabhupada was directing each one of them on each particular painting.
We heard one of the artists painted Krishna and showed him and said, is this what Krishna looks like? And Prabhupada's like, no. You'll when you see him, you'll know what he looks like. You won't miss him.
Okay. The next day, early in the morning, the Lord took his personal associates with him and with his own hand smeared sandalwood pulp on their bodies. He then gave each devotee a broom with his own hand, and taking all of them personally with him, the Lord went to Gundicha. In this way, the Lord and his associates went to cleanse the Gundicha temple. At first they cleansed the temple with the brooms. The Lord cleansed everything inside the temple very nicely, including the ceiling. I remember we read that and just, okay, we have to clean the ceiling too. He then took up the sitting place, Singhasan, cleansed it, and again put it in its original place. The Lord and his companions cleansed and swept all the temple's buildings, big and small, and finally cleansed the area between the temple and the kirtan hall. Indeed, hundreds of devotees were engaged in cleansing all around the temple, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally carrying out the operation just to instruct others. I think I should chant the Bengali too.
Yeah, if you feel like it.
Yeah. Okay, this is text 85. Madhya Leela, chapter 12, the cleansing of the Gundicha temple. Premodlasa Shodhena Layena Krishna Nama Bhakta Gana Krishna Kohe Kori Nija Kama. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the temple in great jubilation, chanting the holy name of the Lord all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting and at the same time performing their respective duties. Yes, chanting Hare Krishna while you're doing the cleansing. Really good. Okay. Duli Dusharatanu Dekita Shobhana Kahan Kahan Ashu Jale Kode Samarjana. The entire beautiful body of the Lord was covered with dust and dirt. In this way, it became transcendently beautiful. At times when cleansing the temple, the Lord shed tears, and in some places he even cleansed with those tears. Yeah, we have so many descriptions of Mahaprabhu's tears, like flooding down. So he's crying and he's cleansing with the tears. Yeah. I mean, that takes a lot of tears.
Ganges.
Yeah, the rushing of the Ganga. Okay, text 87. Bhoga Mandira Shodhana Kori Shodhila Parangana Sakala Avasa Krame Korila Shodhana. After this, the place where the deity's food was kept, Bhoga Mandir, was cleansed. And then the yard was cleansed, and then all the residential quarters, one after another. Yeah, so this is how to cleanse the temple. The place where the deity's food was kept was cleansed. After this, all right, the Lord cleansed the Singhasana, the temple area, and the kirtan hall, the area between the kirtan hall and the temple. All this is described. Okay. Trina, Duli, Jinkara, Saba, Ekatra, Kordia, Bahirvase, Lana, Pelaya, Bahira, Kordia. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu collected all the straw, dust, and grains of sand in one place, he gathered it all in his cloth and threw it outside. I think I remember we did like that with the dhotis. Take the dust and things in the dhotis and throw them outside. Exactly like Mahaprabhu did. Anyway, okay. Emata bhakta gana kordini javase trina dhali bahire pelaya parama harishe. Following the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees in great jubilation began to gather straws and dust with their own cloths and throw them outside the temple. Seems like there was a lot of dust and straws in the temple. Okay. Prabhu kahe ekata karacha samarjana trinaduli dekei janiba parishrama. Parishrama, you have how much you have labored. The Lord then told the devotees, I can tell how much you have labored and how well you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the straw and dust you have collected outside. Sabhara Jayantana Bhoja Ekatra Korila Sabahar Hoite Prabhura Bhoja Adhika Hoila. Even though all the devotees collected the dirt in one pile, the dirt collected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was much greater. So all the devotees, there's hundreds of devotees, it says. They all collected dust and straw, and there was a pile with the devotees. And then Mahaprabhu's pile was even bigger than that of hundreds of devotees. Emata abhyantara korila marjana puna sabakara dila koriya vantana. After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allotted areas for the devotees to cleanse. Shukshma Duli Trina Kankara Sabakaraha Dura Balamate Shodhana Karaha Prabhura Antapura inside. The Lord then ordered everyone to cleanse the inside of the temple very perfectly by taking finer dust, straws, and grains of sand and throwing them outside. Sabha Vaishnava Lana Yabe Dui Bhara Shodhila Deki Mahaprabhura Mone Santosha Hoila. Santosha, satisfaction. Early on, when I was in Prabhupada's mission, there was a big devotee in Hawaii who he had maybe 70 devotees following him, and he wasn't a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, but he surrendered to Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada told him to distribute his devotees all over the movement. And I had two came to Cleveland, where I was. One was Shantosh, and one was Odolami. Anyway, so that thing, hearing this Santosh, satisfied, reminds me of that. So.
We had our beautiful Santosh Prabhu in Navadvip.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What happened to him?
He was in a terrible, fatal car accident a few years ago.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, India is so dangerous with the cars. You think, oh, we'll make it because we're devotees, but not always the case. Krishna sometimes takes us away. So after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see the cleansing work. Satisfied, Santosha. Mane, in the mind, Mahaprabhura, the mind of Sri Chaitanya was very satisfied. After Shodila, the cleansing, and Dui Bara the second time. These Vaishnavas, Sabha Vaishnavas, all the Vaishnavas. Ara Shata Jana Shata Gate Jala Bhari Pratame Lana Ache Kala Apikra Kodi. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water pots, and they simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water from them. Yeah, you can picture the temple. I haven't been. Have you been to the Gundicha temple? Maybe I went a long time ago.
To go inside. Outside, I've seen.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I've seen the outside a long time ago.
During Rath Yatra, the Lord, Jagannath, Subhadra, Baladev, they sleep in the road the first night. So we've always gone with Gurudev once they've arrived, instead of, in the crowds all day long. At night, he would take us all, and maybe about 8 p.m. they'd be in the road giving darshan all night long.
Wow.
And you can go right up to
off the cars or in the cars?
In the cars, on the road, all night long. And you can go easily and offer ghee lamps and take darshan, see them very clearly.
I'll remember, I think I'll do that. I was really worried about being in that crowd. Yeah, that's a good idea.
They were parked right in front of Gundicha.
Wow.
And that's, I believe, a custom every year.
Yeah, I went to Gundicha in the 70s sometime, long time ago. I just vaguely remember standing outside. I didn't remember that it was closed though. Okay. So these devotees are standing there with 100 men with water pots. So, Jala Ana Bali Yabe Mahaprabhu Kahila Tabishata Gata Ani Prabhu Age Dila. Prabhu Age, before the Lord, Dila delivered. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for the water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled and then delivered before the Lord. So, Jana Ana, bring the water. Ana, bring it close to Mahaprabhu. Okay. Pratame Korila Prabhu Mandira Prakshalana Urdhva Ardo Biti Griha Madhya Singhasana. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, and everything else within the room. So there was a fixed Singhasan. That's interesting.
It's empty all year.
Yeah,
really.
Is it?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
It must be.
I don't know, I've never been in there. Like you said, yeah. Sitting place. Must be the personality who's the leader giving the class or something. I don't know. Or the guru there. Maybe there's a fixed guru. Anyway, speculation. Text 98. Kapara Bariya Jala Urdhva Chalaila Se Jale Urdhva Shodhi Biti Prakshalila washed. Biti, the walls and the floors. Urdhva Shodhi, washed the ceiling. Urdhva must be washed. Jale, with water. Chalayila, began to throw. Udre, ceiling. Shodha is water, is washing. Okay. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotees began to throw water onto the ceiling. When the water fell, it washed the walls and the floor. I don't know.
That's It's a little different.
Do we have any of those long things? Yeah. Okay. Then Sri Chaitanya, did I read that? No. Sri Haste Korena Singhasanera Marjana Prabhu Age Jala Ani Diya Bhaktagana. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. I didn't know Jagannath goes into the Gundicha temple.
Yeah.
She comes out and demands him to come in, and then he goes in. Is that what happens? Remember, she goes out yelling at him or something.
That's Lakshmi.
Lakshmi, yeah.
That's Hera Panchami, like 5 days later.
Yes.
Yes, she...
But then does he go in after she yells at him?
He's already in.
Oh, I see, okay.
Rath Yatra Day, he'll spend a night in the road, then he goes to the temple.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then he tells Lakshmi, I'll be back in a few days. But too many days have gone by. He's saying I'll be back in like a couple days. But he's gone at least 5, and she's saying, where is he? And she's suspicious. And goes, and she assaults the security guards outside and demands he come back.
Dear.
So he goes in the next day from Rath Yatra and sits on the Singhasan.
Okay. So then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place, Singhasan, of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. The Bhakta Gana, all the devotees, bring the Ani bringing Jala, water. They brought it to the Lord, Prabhu Age, before the Lord, and Singhasanira Marjana, the washing of the sitting place of the Lord. Marjana, washing. So Gundicha Marjana, the washing of the Gundicha temple. Okay, text 100. Bhaktagana Kore Griha Madhye Prakshalana Nija Nija Haste Kore Mandira Marjana Mandira Marjana. Okay. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. So washing with brooms.
Those stick brooms.
Yeah. I wonder if the ones for washing were looser than the ones for sweeping.
The washing ones are very sharp, and you can like scrape.
Oh, scrape plus washing, huh?
They're
Okay.
like strong sticks. And
Okay.
pour water and.
Wow. So it's like that in Navadvip also?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They still use those every day.
Yeah, so the culture of Mahaprabhu is dominant in Jagannath Puri as it is in Navadvip. So even the washing is the same. That's interesting. Okay, this is text 101. I don't remember if I read the English. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. Okay, so 101. Keha jala ani deya mahaprabhura korde. Keha jala deya tara charana upare. Charana upare, on the lotus feet. Jaladeya, they poured water. So someone brought water to pour into the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone poured water on his lotus feet. Jalaani again, bringing the water to the hand of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhura Kore. It says hand.
To help him clean.
Yeah. Okay. 102, Keha Lakana Kore Se Jala Pana. Keha Magi Laya Keha Anye Kore Dana. The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone who hid himself. Someone else begged for that water, and another person was giving that water in charity. Keha, someone, Lukana, concealing himself. Korde Se Jala. Then Se Jala Pana, drinking the water. Pani, Pana, is to drink, right? Okay. So then someone begging, Magi, Magi Laya. So we know Magia, right? Like calling out, please. And another, Korde Dana, gives in charity, okay. Okay, text 103. Gara Dui Pranalikaya Jala Chadedila Se Jale Pranagana Sabha Bharya Rahila. After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, and then it flowed and filled the yard outside. So those little openings, huh? Do we have them in our temples also, all around the...
In India.
Yeah. Because they're all open, right? Yeah. Okay. So the water is flowing from the floor of the temple through the openings, through an outlet. Prana Likaya, onto an outlet. Jala, the water. Okay, after washing, Gara Dui, called Gara, room, really means like the building, or
Kore.
Gora, Gara, which is oh, they say Gor, huh? Which is like house,
Room.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
room. Yeah, okay. So after the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, and then it flowed and filled the yard outside. Nija Vasre Koila Prabhu Griha Samar Jana Mahaprabhu Nija Vasre Majila Singhasana. The Lord mopped the rooms with his own cloths, and he polished the throne with them also. Majila Singhasana, he polished the throne. Nija Vasre, garment. And this Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya, Samarjana, he was mopping and then polishing the whole griha, the whole room. Okay. Nija Vastre, with his garment. He was cleaning it and then polishing it with his cloth. Okay. Shata Gata Jale Hoila Mandira Marjana Mandira Shodhya Koila Yena Nija Mana. In this way, all the rooms were cleansed with 100 water pots. After the rooms had been cleansed, the minds of the devotees were as clean as the rooms. Aha! Let me see what that says. Mandira Shodhya Koila Yena Nija Mana. Nija Mana, their own minds. Koila did Yena, as if. So, Mandira Shodhya, Shodha is cleansing. So, Mandira Shodhya, the cleansing of the temple, simultaneously cleansed their minds. So, directly, Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is telling us that this really cleanses the mind. And I think it's particularly on holy days like this that the transcendental potency is enhanced. Something like the transcendental world kind of like pierces into the temporary world in terms of time. And then in terms of space, it comes into this world in the holy dhams and is purified in both cases by the great souls. So meditation on the order of Sri Gurudev and doing the cleansing as, something like Mahaprabhu did is really like auspicious chants. If everyone take a short amount of time and just spend cleansing, meditating, thinking, this is being done while chanting, singing Hare Krishna loudly and cleansing. We have this auspicious chants. So everyone today, please, we can do this. That would be really, really wonderful.
And in the direct presence of Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, well, we're really lucky. Okay. Now, text 106. Nirmala Shitala Snigdha Korila Mandira. Snigdha. Apana Hridaya Yena Dorila Bahira. Bahire. When the temple was cleansed, it was purified, cool and pleasing, just as if the Lord's own pure mind had appeared. Apana Hridaya, his own heart. And Korila made the mandir like his own heart. Snigdha, pleasing. It also means like great affection. I remember when I was at university, the first year I took Sanskrit, the professor was just a demon. She was really into Sanskrit because it was the best language, or the original, most organized language. But she thought that anybody who considered it spiritual was like crazy and off. So I remember she said, and snigdha, who could believe that means affection or love? And I raised my hand. She really didn't like me. Yeah. And there were all these geniuses in there who were studying, and I always make like comments to try to influence them to consider at least that, the spiritual angle of vision on what Sanskrit is. If they're open, they should simultaneously consider that with the scholastic view. That's what I constantly said, and she could not stand that. But really, that's right. If they're actually doing what they say they're going to do, they should consider what the possibilities are. And I think I got to a couple of young really like geniuses who were studying language. And I remember talking to them about like overturning the notion that the Aryans had invaded India, stuff like that. And there's one guy who, not that I talked to, but one person at Columbia who was maybe a devotee of Srila Prabhupada, I forget. But he wrote a whole paper on, proving that the Aryans originally were in India. And that's now, is the other theory, which is really racist, trying to establish that the Aryans were Europeans, more or less. Now that theory's been brought into question. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're talking about Gundicha Marjana. Okay.
Snigdha.
Snigdha, pleasing. Whenever I see that, I think of that dumb professor. I mean, they think they're so smart, but they're really dumb. They know how to memorize stuff and put stuff together externally, but they can't analyze anything. They can't perceive anything.
Can't see the whole picture.
Yeah, it's really, I was shocked actually, how really, they don't have any sumedasa. Some of them are a little open to that, and some maybe feeling something like that. But most are just closed.
And now that the scientific, they're doing studies on the effects of Sanskrit on the mind.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Mundane, materialistic scientists are testing the effect and seeing that it opens your consciousness and improves your memory and
That's
like,
probably
brings
really shaking
life.
up that lady. She's trying to figure out how it's just material. Dear. Yeah, they're so like dependent on their particular angle of vision that they just cannot stand the idea that there possibly could be, you know, anything outside of what themselves are thinking. It must be like that. They're just, you know, they're religious fanatics with, you know, or irreligious fanatics or something. So anyway, okay, so we're on text 107.
How are we doing on time? We stop at
Oh my gosh, wow.
8:30?
Well, normally we stop at 8, but let's make it 8:30. Okay, because we're almost coming to the end, I think. When we come to the end, we can stop. Okay, so the temple was cleansed, purified, and it was cool and pleasing. Snigdha, pleasing. Shitala, cool. Shitala. Okay. Shitala, snigdha. Nirmala, purified. Okay. Okay. Text 107. Shata shata jana jala bhare sarovare gate stana nahi keha kupe jala bhare. Shata shata jana, hundreds of men. Jala bhare, drew water. Sarovare, from the lake. Gate, on the bank. Stana, standing on the bank. Kape, from the well. Jala bhare, drawing water. See how it all goes together. Since hundreds of men were engaged in bringing water from the lake, there was no place to stand on the banks. Consequently, someone began to draw water from the well. So there were so many people around the lake taking water, there's no place to get in to take more water. So someone began to draw water from the well. Jala bhare, kupe jala bhare, draw water from the well. Kupe, well. Jala bhare, draw water. Okay, so many surrounding the sarovara, the lake, that you know, that person can't get in, so he draws water from the well. Purna kumbha lana aishe shata bhakta gana shunya gata lana yaya ara shata jana. Hundreds of devotees brought water in the pots, and hundreds took empty pots to fill them up again. Purna, kumbha, filled the water pot. Oh, purna, full. They filled it full, put it full. Shata bhakta gana, hundreds of devotees. Shunya gata, they emptied the water pot, and then Lana took it back. And who did it? Shata jana, 100 men. Nityananda Advaita Swarupa Bharati Puri Ina Vinu Ara Sabha Ani Jala Bhari. With the exception of Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Swarup Damodar, Brahmananda Bharati, and Paramananda Puri, everyone was engaged in filling the water pots and bringing them there. Bhari, filling up. So all these devotees, Brahmananda Bharati and Puri, Paramananda Puri, all these devotees were not there. Those ones were not there, but all the others were there, filling up the water pots, bringing them, and then bringing them back again and refilling them. Imagine how much water. It must be a big temple, huh? Wow. Gate.
Not so big, but they used extreme amounts of water that like was rushing in the courtyard.
And filling up the courtyard. So they were really, like, Mahaprabhu and the devotees knew how powerful water is for cleansing. We don't really, you know, understand the potency of water very well. But, you know, Krishna says in the Gita, I am what? I'm water, right? I'm the taste of water. Yeah. So water has some earth, water, fire, air that has some particular potency that that we can perceive, but Mahaprabhu can. Okay. Gate gate teki kata gata bangi gela. Shata shata gata loka taha lana oila. Many of the water pots were broken when people collided with one another, and hundreds of men had to bring new water pots to fill. Gate gate teki. There was a collision between one pot and another. Gate, pot.
Crashing into each other.
Yeah. Gata bunga gela. And so many of these pots became broken. Shata gata, hundreds of pots, had to bring new water pots to fill. Okay. Gata. So they had to bring other water pots, hundreds of other water pots. Text 111. Jala bhare gara doya kore hari dwani Krishna hari dwani bina ara nahi shuni. Some people were filling the pots and others were washing the rooms, but everyone was engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hari. Hare Krishna. Everyone's really chanting. Wow.
I think this goes on for quite a while.
Does it really? Okay. Well,
let's see how many pages. We haven't gotten to the devotee who throws the water, and Mahaprabhu gets mad outwardly.
The Gaudiya Vaishnava then took the water and drank it himself.
Yeah.
Seeing that, Mahaprabhu felt a little unhappy and was outwardly angry. Okay, let's just jump to that. We'll read a little bit about that and then finish. Okay, this comes up to, we'll read the previous verse. 122. Ena kale Gaudiya eka subudhi sharila prabhura charane yuge dila gata jala. After everything was thoroughly washed, a Vaishnava from Bengal, who was very intelligent and simple, came and poured water on the lotus feet of the Lord. Prabhura charana yuge. On the lotus feet of the Lord, Dila poured.
Subudhi. Very auspiciously intelligent.
Yeah. Gaudiya, a Vaishnava from Bengal. So one Vaishnava came, poured water on the lotus feet of the Lord, Gata Jala, a pot full of water. Then, Se Jala Lana Apane Pana Koila. Taha Deki Prabhura Mane Duka Rosha Hoila. The Gaudiya Vaishnava then took that water and drank it himself. Seeing that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt a little unhappy and was also outwardly angry. Rosha, anger. Dukkha, unhappy. Mana dukkha, rosha, hoila. Hoila there was rosha, anger, and dukkha, unhappiness, mane, in the mind of Prabhu, of the Lord. Taha deki, seeing that, deki, to see. Pana koila, drank.
He was outwardly angry.
Yeah. Prabhupada makes that translation, and directly it just says dukkha and rosha, but that's, knowing the nature of Mahaprabhu. He's showing anger. Okay, 124. Yadyapi gosai tare hana che santosha dharma sangstopana lagi bahire maharosha. Maharosha. Oh, bahire, yeah, bahire, externally. Bahir, outside. Bahir Maharosha, very angry. Dharma Sangstapana Lagi, for establishing the etiquette Sangstapane of Dharma, religious principles. Although the Lord was certainly satisfied with him, he became angry externally in order to establish the etiquette of religious principles. Shikshalagi Swarup Daki Kohila Tahara E Deka Tomara Gaudiya Ra Vyavahara. The Lord then called for Swarup Damodar and told him, just see the behavior of your Bengali Vaishnava. Ishvara Mandira Mora Pada Doya Laila Se Jala Apani Lana Pana Koila. This person from Bengal has washed my feet within the temple of the personality of Godhead. Not only that, but he has drunk the water himself. 127. E aparada mora kaha hobe goti tomara godvia kore etaka paijati. Paijati, the implication. Tomara Godia, your Bengali Vaishnava. He is aparade, by this offense. I now do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, your Bengali Vaishnava has greatly implicated me. So, Prabhupada just says how important it is that Mahaprabhu has specifically said Gaudiya Vaishnava. And that outlines that whole line coming from the Goswamis and Kaviraj Goswami himself. So, a couple more. Tahe Swarupa Gosai Tare Gadi Hata Dia Deka Mare Purira Bahira Rakilena Lana. Purira Bahira, out of the temple of Gundicha Puri. At this point, Swarup Damodar Goswami caught the Gaudiya Vaishnava by the neck and, giving him a little push, ejected him from the Gundicha Puri temple and made him stay outside. Puna Ashi Prabhu Paya Kore La Vinaya Agya Aparada Kshama Korite Yuyaya. Kshama Korite, excused. Yuyaya, he deserves. Agya Aparada. So, an innocent person, Agya, he did not know what he was doing. After Swarup Damodar Goswami returned within the temple, he requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to excuse that innocent person. Tabe Mahaprabhura Mane Santosha Haila Shari Kori Dui Pashe Shabare Vashiaila. After this incident, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. He then asked all the devotees to sit down in two lines on both sides. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop there. Now we're talking about sweet rice and other things. Okay, wow.
It's prasadam time.
Gundicha Marjana Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. All the Vaishnavas Ki Jai. Gundicha Marjana Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ju Ki Jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Sripad Nyasi Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gadadhar Pandit Tirobhav Mahotsav Tithi
Jai. Wow, what a day, huh?
We'll continue in the evening.
Yeah, I'll have to make sure I make it there somehow.
Yeah, and tomorrow is Ratha Yatra.
Whoa! Yeah. Wow, before I leave my body, I have to go to Rath Yatra somehow or other. So I've decided that, but I can't. Every year I think, how can I go there in the middle of the heat? It's just too much. But
it's also the monsoon, beginning of the monsoon.
So it starts to cool a little bit.
Some relief.
Yeah.
You can do it like we did with Gurudev, go in the night.
Yeah,
see the Lord.
that's a really good idea. I'm glad you said that, because now I know I can do that because Gurudev did it. That's really good, yeah. Yeah, so I won't have to go in the big crowd. Maybe I can just go and see Jagannath before he leaves, and then go back or something, yeah.
It takes hours to get him out of the temple.
Maybe I can get there early and see them take him out or something, and then go back, and then come in the evening. That's a good idea. Really, please.
How about Panditas today, please?
Jaya. Hari Hari